Just clearing the ground of a couple of stray spectators, and I guess they're all wanting to come out and pat Wayne Tygwin on the back. But there we are. The siren has sounded. The last quarter is underway, and the story will soon be told. Up high there was, it looks like Onturk in the ruck for Belpost Hill. The ball quickly driven to full forward for the Belpost Hill side. Scotty McDonald bumped off the ball far too easily by Lincoln East. Ryan Carr, little left foot chip over the top, and it looks like Machovic has taken the mark. He plays on quickly to centre half forward. Oh, great defence, David White. Just unsung hero today. There's another one, Ross Dillon. Little handball out to Brett Harding, who's running off the back line by the look of it. Ross Dillon, great tackle. Harding picks up the crumbs, and Brett Harding has a bounce.
Take it home, son.
Could have another one. No, runs on, kicks from centre towards half forward. Pushing the back there to College. Oh, gee, the ball hits the ground. He's back quickly. Ronnie Pilgrim takes the mark at 50, runs in. He's going to have a shot from 50, and there's the first goal of the last quarter.
Yeah, bugger you, Tigger. You've got your 100. Get out of my road.
So that's goal number 21 for the Bannockburn side, and yeah, Ronnie Pilgrim from 50 on the run. Nothing better side. 21 goals, 8. That's 136 to Bannockburn. 5-5-35 to Belpost Hill. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard.
Ball back into the centre. Dillon against Onturk. Up they go. Onturk gets it down only as far as Phil Egan, who tries to bump his opponent off the ball.
Well, that's all he did.
And that is all he did, but the umpire didn't see it that way and paid a free kick against him. It's gone to Bevan Hurst. Hurst plays on fairly quickly and pushes it out where a mark's been taken at half forward by Belpost Hill. Scotty McDonald leading, as is Illick and Feldman. Feldman drops what he could have taken. Now can't get control of it. Ball gets kicked off the ground and out to the half forward flank where Hurst runs back onto it for Belpost Hill. Quickly turns, looking up the ground, but ball only as far as there as Glenn Thompson for the Bannockburn side. He switches play on the left foot, goes wide towards the half back line, but a good mark was taken there, and I think that's
Onturk.
On Jimmy Onturk, is it?
I wouldn't think he'd be holding the ball up some of the Bannockburn players, would you? With the scoreboard. Oh, a bit of class there. Jimmy Onturk runs round Dillon at the full forward position. Mark not taken, and Bannockburn prepared to concede a rush behind. And why shouldn't they? 5 goals, 6-36. Belpost Hill, they trail Bannockburn 21-8, 134 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 3 minutes final quarter. McTurner kicks the footy to himself and runs on. Kicks it wide to half-back flank. Oh, the lead out there is all Bannockburn. Ross Dillon on his own and takes the mark on the left foot. Drives to centre wing. Brett Harding can't take the mark, and Onturk comes in from behind him and between them. They carry the ball over the boundary line and out of bounds. So boundary umpire now catches up to proceedings, takes the footy through centre wing, out of side here at Victoria Park. Ball comes in. And just for some reason the sting seems to have gone out of the game, Laurie, all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think we've got nothing to play for, I think.
So Phil Egan kicks the ball inside 50. Colliger picks it up on the left foot, drives it back to the full forward position. Wayne Tygwin running back in great position. Well, it's not a mark, it's a free kick surely. The ball comes back by hand from Lincoln East to Wayne Tygwin. He's kicked goal number 12, and another goal for the Bannockburn side. 22-8, 140. Bannockburn lead Belpost Hill 5-6-36 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 4 minutes final quarter, and Laurie, I guess they need to continue. Who knows what part percentage might play in a couple of weeks' time.
Look, that's right, exactly right. Yeah, and I think the team structure, I've just been watching the play. I'll be interested in what you two guys have to say. Look, the game's over the other side of the ground, and the Bannockburn players are all going over there. Why don't a couple come over this side? They're controlling the game. I mean, you don't, Robert Giles chase his man over there. Let his man go there if he wants to.
Yes, yeah, I think you're right. Ball gets thrown up in the middle. Hurst gets it down, quick kick forward, but can't find anyone. Jones does get possession for the Belpost Hill side. He in turn gets a quick handball out It goes as far as Miletto. Miletto quickly on to Illick, and Mick Illick, the full forward for the Bellpost Hill team, takes a mark about 45 metres out on a quite acute angle. Mick hasn't done much today. I think he's only had one shot at goal, and that's probably why the ball really didn't travel well and not given much of a chance, and went through for 1 point.
5-7-37. Bellpost Hill, they trail Bannockburn 22-8, 140 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We've been playing 5.5 minutes final quarter. He probably put the right curve on that, Pete. We were a bit behind it, but he really didn't seem positive, didn't he, Laurie?
I know I get myself into trouble for saying this, but that's why I say Mick Elliott should not be full forward. You can't, that's a shocking kick.
Yes, from again now, Matty Pilgrim made the lead. A short kick by Ash Perkins. But in a wing. Oh, Dylan hit the mark and does. Over the top there of Shane Andrews at centre half forward, and mark taken at the back by Michael Brown. Strong overhead mark. The kick is not so good. Brilliant interception, Troy Colliger. He's doing well. The lead is on from Tyquin. The ball's going to drop in short. He gets the handball across to Colliger once again. Turns back inside 50, Troy Colliger has a pot shot from there and has just missed to the left. So Troy Colliger running on pretty well. Only behind 22-9, 141 Bannockburn. Lead Bellpost Hill 5-7-37, and that's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. Final quarter, 6.5 minutes gone.
Burley to bring the ball back in for Bellpost Hill, taking his time. A couple of leads, on-Turk leads across to the far wing. That's his option, but Dylan looks like he's going to cut across in front of him, as does Andrews. Tries, can't get it. The ball gets pushed out. Ryan Carr for Bellpost Hill tries to push it forward, only as far as Matty Pilgrim. He pushes the ball under the pack and tries to hold it in. Breaking through there is on-Turk, and probably tripped over and get a free kick. No, he won't. He's been paid for dropping the ball, and Brett Hardy quickly snaffled onto it through the middle of the ground and had a pot shot at goal. Laurie, I'm mystified. That was an error. That was just a downright error by the umpire.
Yeah, no,
and Brett Hardy's kicked a point. Moves Bannockburn on to 22 goals, 10.
If it had been AFL, that would have been reportable.
Yes,
yeah, the umpire would have got reported. That was shocking.
Three-quarter time, Belmont Lions 7-3, East Geelong 13-7. So well in control there of the Mark Lomas Shield, I'd suggest, East Geelong. So
Burley to himself, then runs out and turns onto the left. Kicks up, Kazina tries to take the mark, but off the hands and the back of the pack was Matty Pilgrim. Pilgrim quickly runs on and chips the ball out in front of a leading Wayne Tyquin, and he has taken yet another mark.
any improvement on 12?
Oh, he's on the right side for a left footer. He's got a bit of bruise at his back.
The pressure's off.
I suppose this is where you're probably kicking from training.
And he's been curling them, like the kicks up here were going left to right.
That's good.
And I think that one has too.
That umpire has not moved.
Yeah, that's a great goal.
He's got the Butchers, or Bakers.
The Bakers doesn't.
Bakers doesn't.
13 goals to Wayne Tyquin. 23 goals, 10. 148. Bannockburn. Lead Bellpost Hill 5-7-37. That's at the 9-minute mark in the final quarter on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre score. And Laurie, it's becoming an embarrassment for Bellpost Hill, really.
It certainly is, Eric. As we said today, you can't use that as an excuse. It's just run out of trying now, and there's no excuse for not trying, is there?
No, but I mean, at the start of the day, they had a remote chance of playing in the finals.
Oh, well done. Thompson straight down to Phil Egan. Phil Egan chipped it out in front of Tyquin, probably just a little bit too far for the tight old legs of the old fella at full forward, and couldn't quite make the distance, and it's pushed over the boundary and out of bounds.
I think he might have given a call there, though, Peter.
You don't reckon it was his tight legs?
Well, I think he said to Ross Dillon.
From the throw-in, Troy Colliger again kicks it to the goal square. Off hands has come to the ground, and Dwayne Broome, brilliant roving. He's kicked his third for the day, and that's really the story of the side. 24 goals, 10 there, 154. They lead Belpost Hill 5-7-37 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 10 minutes final quarter, and Laurie, it's just how far?
It's just how far, yeah. Look at Belpost Hill. They'll be praying for the siren to go, of course.
Yes, well, they've probably got another 15 minutes.
I'll give you a hint. At Smoko, there was a certain guy in there that he said, "Can you do me a favour?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "Can you finish the game at half time?"
Yeah.
And
he must have been from Belpost Hill.
He was the boss.
Oh dear. From the throw in the middle of the ground, that's come to Troy Feldman of Belpost Hill, driving to full forward. Offhand has come to ground, and here go the Bannockburn defence. As Laurie said, unsung heroes today. They've done a fine job. Lincoln East, well shepherded by Gad, but the kickers are not up to scratch, and Miletto on centre wing has taken the mark. Michael Brown running off from half-back, accepts a hand pass on the left foot, goes towards Simmons at half-forward flank. It's picked up there by McClure. Long handball to Matjevic. Matjevic off one step, has a pot shot from 40. It's going to drop short, but in good position. It looks like Ryan Carr has taken the mark adjacent to the behind post.
And he hasn't given up all day.
No, he's tried very hard, the young man, and unfortunate aspect here, he's a left footer on the wrong side for a left footer. But, well, you might have a pot shot, son. Goes for the check side. I tell you what, I reckon he's threaded that through. It's a very good goal. Yes. So that's his second for the day, Ryan Carr. And as Peter has just said, certainly he hasn't stopped trying all day. On the scoreboard, Belpost Hill 6-7-43, trail Bannockburn 24-10, 154 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 12 minutes, final quarter.
I just want to put something to your attention, Payne. You know, through the week in the press, when there's a Thorpe with his big feet, that boundary umpire out there, he's on drugs. Look at his shoes.
Got big feet?
Sure has.
You know they say about men with big feet.
What's that?
Ball's up in the middle of the ground. On Turk tries to get control, can't do so, but Colliger can. He takes control and pushes it down where the drainer, Andrews, picks up a nice easy chest mark out in front of Michael Brown. Andrews about 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Clubroom's side of the Bannockburn ground, runs in now. Hits it not so sweetly. Makes the distance all right, but offline, and brings up the 11th behind for the Bannockburn side. They will now move on to 24-11, 155, and really showing the clean pair of heels to the Belpost Hill side. 6 goals, 43, and that's at the 13-minute mark.
And that's not a bad idea. Phil Egan just thrusts himself back in the half-back flank. Laurie giving Lincoln East a run further up.
Gracious me.
Another one.
Did you see that?
So
Did you listeners out there see that? Did you see that? They chipped the ball in. I'll just give you the story. They chipped the ball in. Michael Brown chipped the ball in from Belpost Hill. It was just a little short pass. It never hit the target. It bounced back, and then they got control of it and tried to push it and swap it across the ground, and it only went as far as Wayne Tyquin standing in the goal square.
It was almost, if anyone was at the footy last night, where that Geelong defence and Carey stepped in and... was it Carey?
I was at the footy, mate, but I must have missed that.
Oh,
did you see it, Laurie?
I actually did see that.
A handball to the goal square, and Carey intercept kick off the ground, and Wayne Tyquin did, I think that's goal number 14. So 25-11, 161. Bannockburn 6-7-43. Belpost Hill on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scored.
On Turk and Thompson go at it, only as far as Bevan Hurst getting a clear possession, pushes the ball down, but cutting across the back of the pack was Delahunt. Delahunt, really no one to kick to other than Brett Harding, but he can't get control of the ball and pushes it over the line and out of bounds on the far side of the ground, the Geelong side of the ground.
Yes, and really Bannockburn doing it at will. And Laurie, the only thing about, as you mentioned earlier, their defence, they're just not allowing any easy kicks for the Belpost Hill.
Not at all, Eric. They're putting pressure on all the time, and they're very well disciplined as well, and push the ball away.
Well, here's the footy come inside 50 again. Young Carr picks it up on the left foot, has a pot shot from 45, and probably the easiest shot that he's had today. Unfortunately offline, only a behind, and a behind to Belpost Hill. 6-8-44. They trail Bannockburn 25-11, 161, and that's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. From the kick in, Phil Egan takes it half back, kicks it high to David White. He's, well, David White's been the defender. He would normally be doing the spoiling. On this occasion, Troy Feldman had to spoil from behind. We've been playing 15 minutes final quarter, and I guess, Laurie, the next 10 minutes will be the longest Belfast Hill would have played this year.
Yeah, I think so, Eric. They're playing out time now.
From the throw-in, Thompson, Steve gets the footy. Handball from Scotty McDonald. Matchovic, but gee, at the ground level, Bannockburn handball to Troy College at a loose from Tyquin. Drops a mark, perhaps he might have caught in the third quarter, but Lincoln East, brilliant speed, runs onto the footy, grabs it, goes bang from 10 metres out, and Lincoln East has kicked his first, and goodness gracious, it's just absolutely raining goals here. 26-11, 167 Bannockburn. Lead Belfast Hill 6-8-44 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, and now 16 minutes, Laurie, and we seem to be calling almost a goal a minute.
Yes, it's a possession now, isn't it? And, it's a bit of a shame, really, but they're just playing. So, I mean, you've got to play like that, Eric. There's no good slacking off. You might get injured. That's when you get injured, when you don't go in hard.
Why wouldn't, if your Belfast Hill sort of go one-on-one? I know it's too late now, but I mean, you need to get some sort of pride out of it.
Well, they're demoralised, I'm afraid to say today, Eric, and whatever they try was just not going to work for them.
Ball thrown up by the umpire, no possession again, but Matty Pilgrim does a bit of scrounging and picks it up, looks for Tyquin down the ground. The ball hits him on the chest, but it spills free, only as far as Brown. Brown tries to clear it out, and in doing so, I think there's been a free kick, and it's gone to Burley from the Belpost Hill side. He swaps play to the far side of the ground. Pilgrim sets himself underneath it, can't take the mark, but can get control of the ball. Looks for a handball, then turns onto the boot, down to where Tyquin, ball just ran straight through the defence there of the Belpost Hill side. Bounced up in front of Wayne Tyquin and kicked the ball off the ground for number 15.
15, he might get that 18.
And it's the 27. 27-11, 167 Bannockburn. Belfast Hill 6-8-44. We've been playing 17 minutes now, final quarter, and that's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. So I think that the most I've seen kicked in a game, Neil Barrett for Geelong Amateurs kicked 18 in a game we played at Queen's Park. But gee, Tyquin's doing well here.
Ball up again on Turk. Onturk's been playing well in the ruck. He's been getting clear possessions all the time, but they're being sharked by Matty Pilgrim again. Pilgrim gets a handball out to Perkins. Perkins over to Turner, and Turner kicks the ball down where off the hands of the pack Shane Andrews gets control of it. Lincoln East puts it onto the boot very quickly, and a diving try there from Troy College to take a mark doesn't quite come off. Ball again through Andrews, goes on to Ronnie Pilgrim. Pilgrim can't get it clear, and the ball goes out, and Bannockburn tried to kick it clear, but it only goes as far as Brett Harding, about 35 metres out on a slight angle.
Almost mark this one down, Laurie, would you?
Pretty well. I think he's usually pretty accurate, Derry.
Probably better on the run, but he's a very astute goal kicker, and really we saw him come back into the side last week for Bannockburn, and really it signified their return to form, didn't it?
Yeah, it certainly did, Eric. And as I said, I did make a comment, he should be in the side all the time.
Brett Harding coming in from 30 metres out, went back another 40, runs in, so he's actually kicked it on the run, and I'll tell you what, I think he's hooked it across to the left. The goal umpire's gone a long way across, and he has, and 2 goals 4, so his conversion rate perhaps
Bench him.
might have been a little better. 27-12, 168 Bannockburn. Belfast still 6-8-44 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. We've been playing 19 minutes now, final quarter.
Coach has been dragged.
Yes, the great wrong.
From the kick in. Burl, it's Matty Pilgrim out of bounds on the full. Matty Pilgrim having a pot shot from 40 on his left. How confident are they, Laurie?
No, they can do what they like now, Eric, I think.
Yeah, so Burley with the free kick, out of bounds on the full beside the behind post. Wayne Tyquin standing the mark, 15 goals to his credit. Burley plays on, comes across the face of goal, and well, it didn't reach his target there in Mileto. The boundary umpires signified it out of bounds. So David White, in trying to get the ball back to the head of the 10-metre square, has been pushed over the boundary line in front of the social club here at Victoria Park. For those of you who know the ground, boundary umpire looking into the social club as he puts the ball Back into play, 20 minutes on final quarter. Dylan does the ruck work. Tap down is for Belfast still. Matty Pilgrim in the way on centre wing. He's got he's got Steve Thompson on at centre half forward on his own. Oh geez, put Andrews under enormous pressure, but a sensational diving second attempt. Shane Andrews in between two Belfast still players. I think Scotty McDonald and Michael Brown there, and Scotty's not too impressed about the decision. Looked a good mark to me, and
I don't think it's just the decision. I think it's probably the way sides play today. He looks a very frustrated person.
Yeah, and I guess you would, because it's been a frustrating year. And Dick made a good point this morning. They've been win-loss about 8 weeks. And well, Shane Andrews has kicked goal number 28 for the.
Did you hear that come down the line, Eric?
Yes, I don't know the score, but the Western Bulldogs have beaten Carlton. So, that's taking the gloss off next week. 11-9 to 11-6, I understand the score there. But here at Bannockburn, 28 goals, 12, 180 is Bannockburn. Belpost still 6-8-44. And Shane Andrews has kicked his second goal for the day.
That's no Chris Grant, no Darcy. And they get home over a side that's 113 on the trot. Oh, Troy College has kicked the cricket pitch.
Well, he
hasn't hurt himself.
He's just kicked the ground instead of the footy, I think, and it's good to see Troy Feldman there picking him up off the ground, and I guess that's a signal of resignation from the Belpost Hill side. The ball got to the forward pocket for Belpost Hill, but in the right way there was Gadd, long kick to centre wing. Brett Harding's had 2 bounces, run 45 metres, I reckon, after the last bounce. Kicked it to Troy College. Troy has just tipped the ball over the top to Ross Dillon, and Bannockburn are absolutely doing as they like at the moment. So, well, Lincoln East up in the goal square. Had it been the third quarter, he'd have been told to get out of there pretty quickly. But I think Ross Dillon fancies himself to kick a goal. He's been kicking from 50, and well, I think there's quite a few others have kicked them, so why not have a go? Dillon moves in. Good looking kick off the boot, but he's hooked it across it, and well, certainly got the distance, but offline, one behind to Dillon, and that's 13th to Bannockburn. 28-13, 181. Lead Belpost till 6-8-44. That's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 22.5 minutes, final quarter.
Ball brought in, but only as far as Colliger tries to centre the ball back towards Andrews. Andrews can't get control of it, but Broome can. Broome turns and tries to get it through the goals, but can't do so, and just misses, and adds another point to the Bannockburn side.
Get a bit awkward now. 28-14. They're getting starting to miss a few. 28-14, 182. That's Bannockburn. They lead Belpost till 6-8-44 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, and 23 minutes final quarter. Final AFL score: Carlton 11-6-72, defeated by the Western Bulldogs 11-9-75. Footy, well, it's kicked to centre half forward by
down this side
Belpost Hill, and mark taken by Giles. You've got Mick Turner on his own on the other opposite flank. Handball over the top to Matthew East. Turns back into the centre on his left foot. Terrible kick, straight up in the air. It's well, onto can't take the mark. David White made a good contest. Messina handballs it straight back to Matty East. Handball to Matty Pilgrim. Back to East. Over the top now to Ross Dillon, and well, I think they're layerising a bit now.
I couldn't see the sense in any of that play from Matt East then.
Well, I think the problem was he couldn't get on his left foot, Peter, and I don't know that he's set proficient on the right foot. The turnover's affected. It's gone to Troy Feldman across to Bevan Hurst. Bevan Hurst to full forward, and Simmons takes the mark at. Well, I wonder what it touched. Must have been touched off the boot, because Troy Simmons Sean Simmons has kicked the behind, and it's the 9th for the Belpost Hill side. 6-9-45. They trail Bannockburn 28-14, 182 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard, and it's 24.5 minutes in the final quarter. Ashley Perkins with the footy, kicks to himself at fullback, and runs on. Now goes for the long kick towards centre wing. Up high there is Robbie Giles, can't take the mark, comes to ground. Oh, well, a great tackle And I will say the umpires have been consistent, Laurie, with that all day. If the player's taken too long to get rid of it, they're correctly tackled, and they're paid the free kick.
I agree with you, Eric, and generally speaking, I think they've done a rather good job today.
Yeah, so Troy Colliger, he's kicked it, it's come off hands to David White. He's kicked it towards centre half forward, leading in the race for the ball, Wayne Tyquin, head there of Brett Burley. Burley just used his body to get Tyquin out of the way. Handball to Hilton. Hilton of Belfast Hill, well, they made a bit of a mess of it. Tyquin, to his credit, he's chased the ball down, kicked off the ground towards centre wing, and it looked like Hilton again. I think looking for the safety of the boundary on the outer side, and well, there's certainly been some resignation on the Belfast Hill players for quite some time now, and I think the sooner the siren can go, the better for them and all concerned, Laurie.
I think they could trip over their chin,
Well,
surely.
I think Gavin could have picked that up, couldn't he?
Yes, I think so.
Rather try and kick it mid-air.
So the ball's out of bounds on centre wing, thrown in. Handball comes to Mick Turner, pushes it back between his legs. The only players there are Bannockburn. Perkins picks it up, handball over the top to Giles. He runs forward, kicks it long towards the goal square. One-on-one back there, running through is Ross Dillon. I tell you
It
what,
might be a goal.
I think
Gilesy.
so. Giles, a kick from outside 50, untouched, run along the ground. He kicked the 29th goal for the Bannockburn side. 29-14, 188. They lead Belfast Hill 6-9-45 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. 26.5 minutes, final quarter.
I mean, given the fact that they have got quite a few players injured, Eric, I mean, there's no way the margin can be this.
Don't start bringing that up now.
But is it? I mean, there's no way that the gap could be as big as this.
Well, they've played inspired footy since half-time, Bannockburn, and funnily enough, Laurie, if you cast your mind back a week, their second half last week was rather outstanding.
Yes.
So certainly their fitness is sound, and I guess we'll do an analysis at the completion of the game. In the meantime, ball to half-forward flank for Belfast Hill. Mick Illick chips it over the top, and Bevan Hurst has taken the mark. He tries to play on, kicks it as far as Giles, can't take mark, comes to ground. Carr went through the pack without the footy. Handball comes over the top to Miletto. He's had a pot shot from 15 metres out, and what's he done? He's missed it all. No, he's got it behind. So
Yeah, but at any other time, Eric, you know, like a team that's got the best part of 25 goals in front, you wouldn't have played that tackle. You would have more or less said, oh, well, let him have a kick a goal. But the defence of Bannockburn is, they're not going to give up. They don't want to see any more goals.
They're giving nothing away. 6-10-46 Belfast Hill. They trail Bannockburn 29-14, 188 on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard. From the kick in, Stephen Gadd has taken the mark in the back pocket, chips it to back into the corridor to Ronnie Pilgrim. He's gone right across the ground, but he's found David White, and he's sort of played quite steadily. White over the top to Steve Delahan. Delahan, long kick to half-forward flank. Sitting out there is Glenn Thompson. He's found Tyquin on the lead, and goodness gracious, what, three long kicks out of side of the ground, the ball from full-back to full-forward in the hands of Wayne Tyquin. So from 35 metres out, 45-degree angle on the wrong side for a left footer, but the opportunity to kick goal number 16. It's on its way. The umpire's gone across, the ball's gone across, and it's missed. Only one behind. So 15 Tyquin, and that's 29-15. 189 for Bannockburn. Belfast Hill 6-10-46, and that's on the Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard.
And the ball was quickly played in, and all the Belfast Hill guys could do was try and get a hand on it before it run over the boundary line, which they were fortunate enough to do, and it's in front of the social rooms, gone over the line and out of bounds. Thompson contesting the ruck now with Deal. No possessions there. Matty Pilgrim tries to bury his head down and go through, paddling the ball along, can't get it. McDonald does. He shows him how. Ducks, weaves, gets a handball out in the Hurst direction. He can't get control of it either, can Troy Feldman. He does now. Gets a quick handball back to McDonald. McDonald quick hands over the top of the pack to Bevan Hurst. Bevan Hurst streaming along the commentary wing here. Turns inside a couple of Bannockburn players, and a little chip kick forward, and he has found, I think it's Sean Simmons. Simmons quickly plays on to an open goal square, but only to see Stephen Gadd mop things up and push the ball out towards Brett Hardy, trying to outmuscle Jimmy on Turk, which is a little bit hard to do. It's like David and Goliath, and still gets control of the ball. On Turk kind of gave it away, and Harding pushes down and tries to get the ball down in Ross Dillon's area. Dillon, again, showing good leg speed for a guy that's rucked most of the day. Tries to centre the ball, but only as far as Scotty McDonald chipping in and taking a timely mark.
McDonald goes to the centre of the ground to find, that was Hill. The handball. To identifying a bit of support there for Belpost Hill. The kick 50.
Wrap up.
Yes, I think might be certainly the way to go.
You can feel the dew starting to settle as the ball goes up, and so does On Turk and Thompson. Ball comes down, Messina quickly gets it over to Bevan Hurst. Bevan Hurst looks for a leading Jones. He can't take the time to bend over and get control of it. The ball forms into a pack, and it's bottled up there by Stephen Gadd and his merry men across the half-back line.
Might have been just a little bit lucky he didn't get pinged then, because he pulled the ball back in.
Yeah.
Ball in the full forward area for Belpost Hill. Ronnie Pilgrim gets a little chip kick, gets it out to Matty Pilgrim. Matty goes over the top there of the players in the centre of the ground. Hancock, well, he just struggled even to get a handball away. Then the Bannockburn players are just so intent on giving nothing away here. Matty Pilgrim goes through without the footy. The siren has sounded, and it's all over here at Victoria Park, Bannockburn, and Bannockburn have been the winners. Bannockburn 29-15, 189, have defeated Belpost Hill 7-10-52, and it's great to see Wayne Tyquin's young son. 15-3, Wayne Tyquin's today brings him to 105 for the season.